magazine, live, well, not live, but broadcasting from the show floor of Outdoor Retailer Winter Market here in Salt Lake City. And today we're interviewing Martin Zemitis, one of the longest term and leading edge tent designers in the industry. Martin started designing his first tents in the mid-70s, about 1976, as a college student. Just kind of doing it out of a garage, and went pro in 82, and has been responsible for some of the most cutting-edge designs we've watched over the years. So Martin, give us a little bit about your history and how you got into tent design, and we'll talk about some of this later.
So much. Mid-70s, working in a backpacking shop, and then decided to secure some of the products that were on the market, and read this machine and just started going at it. Didn't know how to sew, get packaged, the whole thing. Made a lot of goofy tents early on.
When you were basically dissatisfied with what was available at the time, and that's kind of
well, we ended up, I ended up wanting to make things lighter, make things more durable in some cases. And then again, I just like to modify the gear. I always modify everything. And so, in the marketplace back then, there was a lot of room for improvement.
So the Viper engine
started doubling these things. They were big sections.
And actually, you can almost see there how it's not like where normally it's very double the it's not even vertical, it's slightly over.
Now, back then, you witnessed the changeover from A-frame to domes, what kind of challenges did you have to face when you started making domes in different shapes, etc.? Before
where you have more device is not at the
a lot of it was just trial and error. You're right. With the A-frame, there were you have a real rigid pole. The poles were flex, and it was much easier to make a pattern. So these poles that would bend, was a whole new game. And back then there weren't that many choices of curved poles. People were sort of
I thought we should actually
So one of the things that I've seen and witnessed is you've introduced really key little innovations over the years. And one of them is not that obvious. It's this grid fabric that we see on this single wall tent here. Can you explain a little bit about what that's all about and why it's made these test tents we've used so stable?
What we've done is we've borrowed some technology from the sailing industry, and what they do is they don't want fabric to stretch, and by applying this fabric, this non-stretch fabric, we call tension arches, we're able to increase the strength of the tent actually quite significantly without adding weight, because the fabric here, because it's on a straighter grain and because of the way it's made, has very, very, very little stretch. And normally, when you have a tension member here with a compression member, it stretches here, you end up having a much less stable tent. So what we're able to do is we're able to, without increasing the weight of the tent,
we started to do
price for strength. And so that's sort of the goal and the challenge, is to make it stronger and lighter.
Well, one thing we found through our field testing is it also creates an impromptu skylight in this tent, so it's actually lighter in the interior. I noticed it first on a full moon night. I was kind of going, what's going on here? And then I realized it was this translucency. You can actually see when you press on it, since this doesn't stretch, it's almost like the top and bottom sheet on a ski. It's just flex to a certain degree. It turned out to be a very solid design innovation. That takes us from the past to today. What do you see as your future challenges in tent design and the directions that you, without giving us the big secrets and
most of it now you'll see there's a future.
What do you see as the future challenges and the directions you might take?
Well, I think for our end of the market, we want to make things strong and lighter. The stronger and lighter we can make it, the better off we are, the happier our customers are. So we actually have our users, and we have new things coming out in poles. the fabrics that tend to get lighter and lighter, and the real challenge is to not go over the edge and go too far. Functionally, it has to stand up to the elements, and people have high expectations on some of these mountaineering tents. And this is your house, your house. It has to work. Exactly. All the catalog is pretty amazing. Those structures go 5 or 6 pounds. They weigh that much, and they withstand the force. Looks like and so to take out even more weight is a challenge. You have to look at every little piece. You have to look at every part, every raw material, every manufacturing process to try to make things stronger, lighter, things like that.
Well, from our field testing perspective, I can testify that one of the nicest things about being in the woods, one of the best feelings, is when you're in really nasty weather and you know you've got a retreat, a solid, dry, comfortable home, and we can thank guys like Martin Zemitis for those kind of innovations and that kind of security and freedom. So signing off from the trade show floor, Steve Howe, Martin Zemitis,